Hi, this is S.G. Brownlow, and this week I want to talk a little bit about how people relate to their emotions and the trajectory of how that changes. And I've never seen any kind of formal stage model, and I certainly haven't developed a formal stage model of this, but hopefully I'm going to give you a little intuitive sort of sense of what I'm talking about, and hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about, and hopefully you'll be able to fill that in for yourself a little bit. And if you do and you can fill it in better than I have, then please, I'd like to hear what you come up with. But I think what we all see is that at one end of the spectrum we have maybe the clinical patients, and they have one way of relating to their emotions, and at the other end we have the spiritual gurus, and they have a different way of relating to their emotions. But there's a continuum of people between there who relate in various ways. And so at one point people are victimized by their emotions. Their emotions are foreign to them, and they're these outside forces that are trying to get them to do stuff. And then they they own their emotions, but they still are something that's sort of forcing them to do things. They're imposed on them somehow against their will. But when they start owning them, they're still sort of forced to do it. Anytime they feel something, it's a commandment. But as people get further and further advanced, they start seeing that no, emotions really aren't commandments. They're more instructions, or they're more suggestions. There's something you could do, not something you have to do. But there's still, at that level, there's still a huge emphasis on the negative emotions, the ones that are painful, and not much emphasis on the positive emotions, the ones that feel good. Maybe the best thing that they feel a lot of times is just relief from the painful emotions. But there's a big jump in there somewhere, and where people at some point realize that no, they've had it all wrong, and the real ones are the positive emotions. And the ones that are painful are there to just kind of urge them back on track again, to get them to do the things that they need to be doing. And that, as I say, is a huge leap forward, because as people do that, then they find that there's less and less of these painful emotions that they have to deal with. And when they do, they don't last long, because they immediately listen to the message, oh, you're not getting this need met. Oh, okay, I need to go do this to get that need met. And that emotion fades into the background, and they're back with having positive emotions again, which become increasingly finer and finer grained, until we finally get to states like serenity that hardly feel like emotion at all. They're just, things come and things go, but I remain essentially unaffected. So that's a sense of how people's relationship with emotions change. And as it does, the emotions that they experience change. The duration of their emotional experiences change. And they become more and more spiritually aware and emotionally attuned. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please comment down below. Let me know, did you like the video? Did you not like the video? If the video sucked, that's fine. Let me know that. If you have a question, ask me. Give me a share on social, and I'll see you next week. So until I come out with that video, Have a good week.